Claude.
Hello, folks. We welcome you to tonight's episode of the MegaMets podcast, where we look at AEW's All Out 2024 from Chicago.
This is going to be a very interesting one indeed.
We don't have any pre-show matches yet, but trust me, after tonight's collision, we're going to get some.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you're using a headset. I forgot. But anyway, before we begin with this, it turned out it was originally scheduled to be released on September 1st. But they had to push the event back a week due to fan concerns of it taking place 1 week after All In. And honestly, I think it was the better choice.
Ain't that the truth? You want me to get rid of the headset because it's a little awkward?
I don't think so. Why are you using it? Something happened?
No, it's just that whenever I'm in Michael's server to watch Power Rangers episodes, when this is out, he can't really hear me. But even with this thing in, he can't really hear me all that well.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I get
you. Because how the mic is a little jittery. Then again, this is a gaming mic, not a computer mic.
Yeah, I may have to invest in getting a new headset at least.
Anyway, what's
on this card? On paper, this looks like a banger card. We'll kick it off with the international title. Will Ospreay against new co-holder of the six-man of the trios titles, the Bastard Pac.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the IC title.
International.
Oh, yeah, the international title.
So, I say it's too soon to take the belt off Will, so I'm leaving it in his possession. You?
Oh, this is going to be a tough one to decide. Either Pac or Will Ospreay. I think I'm going to have Will Ospreay retain.
Okay. Next up is one of the matches I think that will basically set up this whole storyline of the night between Blackpool Combat and the Elite. The Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, defend against Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta of Blackpool Combat Club with the AEW tag titles on the line.
Ooh, this will be a fun match.
I mean, I get that the EVPs, but Matthew and Nicholas putting themselves this low on the card?
Something is not right.
Yeah, something definitely smells rotten in the state of Denmark. Almost as rotten as the agony my foot has been in for the last week.
Yeah, of course.
But then again, it's a consequence of having having one ingrown toenail fused to an old one that you had to get both toenails cut out.
That's gonna hurt.
Damn right it hurts. My mom said it may take weeks or a month at most just for this pain to fully subside.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this to the Young Bucks.
I think I'm going to give it also to the Young Bucks. As much as I want to see Blackpool win, I don't think they're ready for it.
That, and it doesn't make a lot of sense putting another set of belts on them.
Yeah, you're right.
Since they're also the other 2/3 of the World Trios Champions.
That's also true.
Willow Nightingale versus Kris Statlander are in a Chicago street fight. And apparently this was originally meant to be for the CMLL women's title. But now that the stipulation has been dropped. I don't know why. And if you're wondering, it's Willow who's the champion.
Yeah, I've noticed.
I mean, this has been a feud that's been boiling over for months.
I think it's going to have to end at some point.
It's got to end tonight, tomorrow night.
Yep. So if I were to pick, I'd say it'll be Kris Statlander winning.
Stokley interference?
Most likely.
Yeah, and the worst part for Willow is there's nothing the ref can do about it because it's a street fight. No DQ.
No DQ means it's anything goes.
I'll also go Statlander.
Yep.
Next up, 4-way match for the Continental Championship. Kazuchika Okada against 3 men who will be determined tonight in a trio of qualifying matches.
We have Orange Cassidy versus Brian Keith, Lance Archer versus Matt Briscoe, and
Mark Briscoe,
sorry. And Konosuke Takeshita against the Beast Mortos.
I think we all know the winners of those matches. Cassidy, Briscoe, and Takeshita.
So between these 4, who's going to win it? It's going to be a slaughter.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't really put the belt. I've canceled out Cassidy because he's been basically caught up in a feud between himself and I think the OGK, the Original Kingdom, or whoever it is these days. I don't know. So I would expect Roddy to get involved.
Yep.
The same rule applies with Mark Briscoe. Throw in the fact that Mark is also the Ring of Honor World Champion. So there's really no reason for him to have the title.
Mm-hmm.
That just leaves Okada and Takeshita as the logical choices.
I agree.
On the one hand, and Okada's been good as a holder of this title, but it's a mid-card title. Do I want to see Okada go higher up on the card? Yes. But because of how Tony Khan has mishandled a lot of the New Japan talent he's gotten his paws on, will he? In my view, no.
This is going to be tough. All of them are talented.
If the belt is going to swap hands to somebody, it's going to be Takeshita, but I'm going to stick with Okada.
I will pick Briscoe.
Okay.
That's my vote.
MJF versus Daniel Garcia. Set up from Daniel Garcia showing up at All In and basically distracting MJF and costing him the American/international title against Will Ospreay. Fun little tidbit. I was surprised that somehow Will got, of all people, Ezio Auditore himself, Roger Craig Smith, to do the dialogue for his intro at All In.
Yep.
Granted, it was a promotional push for Assassin's Creed Shadows, a game that I think is going to bomb. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Between MJF and Daniel, I'm going to go with MJF.
I'm going to say Garcia.
Fair enough. Now we head for the AEW TBS title. Mercedes Mone, the champion, will face off against Hikaru Shida. And Khamille is banned from ringside.
Smart move by Shida to go to Christopher Daniels, who's the acting head honcho of AEW, while Tony Khan is kayfabe out of commission.
Yeah.
But I don't think banning Khamille is going to make much of a difference. The way that Mercedes the CEO has creative control over her story rights, I think she's going to bury Shida. I'm taking Mercedes.
Yeah.
For the world title, it's a career threatener. TNT champion Jack Perry challenges the new champion, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. If Danielson loses, career's over.
Yep. Oh, yeah, he's part of that ultimatum thing, right? If he loses one match, his career is done.
Right.
I forgot.
And especially with the fact that he's now the AEW World Champion. Personally, even if Danielson won the title, I wanted his reign to be a short-term one before he could ride off into the sunset. However, I do not see him dropping it all out.
No.
At the soonest, I have Danielson dropping it either at Wrestle Dream or Full Gear. At the latest, at World's End in Orlando.
That would actually be a better way.
For him to end at World's End?
Mm-hmm.
So Danielson retains here?
Yep, Danielson retains.
Finally, the main event. Unsanctioned, lights out steel cage. Swerve Strickland, Hangman Page. This was elevated to a new level when Hangman burned Swerve's house to the ground on
That
Wednesday.
was so messed up. That is so messed up. I swear to God.
Tell me about it. I mean, Swerve blames Hangman for distracting him and costing him the world title at All In. Hangman blames Swerve for turning him heel. For turning the Hangman heel. At this point, both are in one way or another in the wrong. But Page isn't at the worst. If this is a steel cage style death match, let there be light tubes in that ring. I want to see gusset plates in that ring. Give me baseball bats wrapped in barbed wire. Give me a stained glass table, damn it. Let this be a match where you don't win by escape. It's got to be pinfall, submission, or fucking knockout in that cage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a blood feud that needs to end. Head Swerve, tails Hangman. Here we go. It's heads. I'm taking Swerve.
Yeah.
This is not going to be for the faint of heart.
Yep.
That's it for tonight's MegaMets podcast episode.
Now we're about to see how this is going to go out. Not just for tonight, but tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
Tune in next time. I think we'll be next back on the docket in a few weeks when we do our picks for New Japan's Destruction in Kobe event. Just for that, we'll probably do in the week of the 25th or 6th.
That can work. I'll see you then for it.
All right. Till then, comment, like, and subscribe to our channels. Mets 228, Mega Man and G. Goodbye. Good night. Bang. And cut.